In the previous lessons, you learned how to create a competition legal program using the Robot C competition template. In this lesson, you will learn a hardware-based method of testing your competition. This lesson assumes that you have a competition legal program downloaded to the robot, and that your VEX Cortex and VEXNet joysticks have been paired over VEXNet. If you have not completed those steps, please do so before continuing on. The hardware-based testing method requires the use of the VEXNet competition switch and an Ethernet cable. The VEXNet competition switch allows you to connect up to 4 robot systems and test their autonomous and remote control routines by toggling the 2 switches. To test your robot system, start with the VEX Cortex and VEXNet joysticks turned off, and use the Ethernet cable to connect the competition port on the VEXNet joysticks to one of the ports on the VEXNet competition switch. Make sure that the first switch is set to Disable to start testing with the robot disabled, and the second switch is set to Autonomous, since we'll run the autonomous routine first. Now, place your robot in a location where it can safely run the autonomous routine. Turn both the VEX Cortex and VEXNet joysticks on, and allow them to pair. Once they have paired, the robot will automatically run any code in the pre-auton function. Move the first switch to Enable to run the autonomous routine. Once the autonomous routine is complete, move the first switch back to Disable and the second switch to Driver. Now move the first switch to Enable to run the remote control routine. You should now be able to use the VEXNet joysticks to control the movement of the robot. Once you've successfully tested the controls, move the first switch back to Disable and make sure that the robot no longer responds to input from the VEXNet joysticks. In this lesson, you learned how to test your program using a VEXNet competition switch. Move on to the next lesson to learn how to test your program with Robot C.